A dream by a young man, inspired by what he had seen elsewhere, helped to create the foundation for this year's Small Business of the Year award recipient. Many other things went into this dream: timing, dedication, the belief by others in that dream, location, and possibly even a little luck were involved. All this came together in 1996, when the Bullfrog Brewery opened its doors in downtown Williamsport and grew into what it is today, and why it has been selected as the 2010 Phillips Plankenhorn Small Business of the Year recipient. The Bullfrog Brewery opened its doors in August 1996 after making extensive renovations to the 100-year-old building it would occupy. As the first microbrewery in the region, expectations were high given the emergence nationally of microbreweries at that time.
The idea was born basically when I was on the West Coast, finishing up college in Olympia, Washington. A lifelong friend of mine, Charles Schnabel, came out to visit, and we kind of discussed the whole idea of opening a bar together. And he had started home brewing at the time, so we kind of combined those elements to make a unique bar setting.
In talking with Bob Koch, one thing that he points to is it's not great beer that makes them successful, but more importantly, good food and a relaxed atmosphere that make the Bullfrog what it is to its patrons. Because as they see it, you may not be a fan of their beer, but if you like their food and the Bullfrog as a place to go and hang out, they still have you coming in.
One of the things that stands out for me after 13 years of working at the Bullfrog is our love for the human condition. We love people. We love being part of their lives. We love them being part of our lives. We love doing what we can to do the best for them. We go out and we search out the best product that we possibly can. We go to organic farmers and try and get any product that we can that would make the place better and make the food better.
During the summer, we get as much as we can from the growers market, a lot of vegetables. And right now we're getting all free-range beef for some of our steaks and all of our hamburgers. And it's a pretty cool process. Our spent grain used in our great beer goes to cows that eat the spent grain, and then we buy the cows and we grind them up for our burger. So it's a big circle.
With all that being said, it still is important to deliver on what's in your business's name, and deliver they do. Just stop by and see the number of awards they've received in their 14 years of business. Not to brag, but in this case, excuse us for doing so on their behalf. In 2004, they won gold and a silver medal at the World Beer Cup competition. The 2004 medals were the only medals won by any Pennsylvania brewery. They then won a gold medal in 2008 at the Great American Beer Festival, being only one of 73 awards issued in the U.S. 2010 brought another medal, this time a bronze at the Great American Beer Festival, and cementing their status as industry innovators and leaders. One might ask, what does this all mean to their business? Needless to say, it brings significant notoriety and demand for the beers that the Bullfrog produces. People come from all over the country just to drink their fine products.
It's not a place to just slam some things back. You come here to appreciate what you're drinking and converse while you're doing it.
A business that continues to perform at such high levels cannot do it alone from the top. It takes support from key people to reach and, more importantly, maintain such success. And the Bullfrog is no different.
One of the things that I really pride myself on and the business on is the fact that we have employees that have been here for 10 years. And I talk to other managers who can't even keep employees for a week or 2 weeks, and you know, it's 100% turnover. We care, and people, even when they leave, want to come back. They want to get their job back. They love working here.
It's like working for your family. It's a real tight-knit place to work for.
Their employees are integral in not only putting out quality product, but more important, providing that exemplary service in creating that atmosphere that people come back for time after time.
As much as the employees are family, Our customers are loyal family to us too.
We gave people their own chair with their name on it and their own tables with their names on it, and we have a plaque on the wall with our pub club members on it, and we just really love knowing people by name. And I think that that is something that people are missing in today's world. They go places and they're nameless, and that's something that we never want for the Bullfrog. No matter how big we get, we want to remember that at the core of that is our feeling and love for everyone and for the people that walk through the doors and for each other.
You know, I just wanted to make a place to attract open-minded individuals to come and share and cavort and, you know, just share ideas, and to function as a town gathering spot, you know, something cultural, something, you know, a rich environment, not just a place to get a sandwich and a beer. You know, I wanted more for the Bullfrog, and I think we've achieved it.
One of the things that the Bullfrog has also become is a leader within the downtown community. They have been integral in the support and development of many things in the downtown community. Among those is the creation of the annual Mardi Gras celebration, which has provided over $320,000 to local charities over the last 13 years it's been held. The Bullfrog was also one of the original establishments to participate in Williamsport's First Fridays.
Community, you know, that's what it's all about.
And if you were to look at the western wall of the mural inspiration, you would find the passion of Bob and the late Harriet Koch. They have devoted significant time and resources to the establishment of the mural.
I came to Williamsport to do a talk on my mural in State College, and Bob Koch was in the audience. They were the first money, along with Woodlands Bank and Cascade Partners, to get me started on the sketches for the mural. It turned out, as the contracts were signed, that part of the donation that the Bullfrog Brewery gave was all the food I can eat. I lived upstairs above the bar for 2 years. Also, beer, everything was free. Later on in my career here in Williamsport, we realized that the free beer was not a good idea. I definitely went a little too far that way. And one of the great things about the Bullfrog Brewery is, you know, Harriet Koch, God love her, who is now in heaven, would take me aside and really be like a mother, you know what I mean, and sit down and talk to me about some of the mistakes that I was making. And I watched her do that with a lot of other people that came into the Bullfrog Brewery. And you know, it's something wonderful when an establishment that makes money the way they do, when they take the time to actually lose money and try to help people out that really need help. And I've watched them do that literally 100 times probably. Their family is my second family in Williamsport, and I'm not the only person that could say that.
As stated in the opening, it was the dream of a young man to open the Bullfrog Brewery. That young man was Steve Koch. It was his vision to take what he saw elsewhere and bring it to the greater Williamsport area. More importantly, though, were two key people that stood with him to bring this dream to reality. Not only did they help him to get it up and running,
I flew the idea past my parents, and you know, at first I'm sure they're very cautious, like anyone would be, and we spent about a year working on it when we had time between our other jobs. And just the fact that we stuck with something that long, I think, impressed my parents. And they looked at it more seriously, and we, you know, took it to the bank, and the bank liked it, and we got the small business loan, and it all happened very quickly.
they also stayed with him throughout the years to aid him in growing the Bullfrog into a business that is part of the fabric of downtown Williamsport.
Interestingly enough, the fellow that approved our application for the loan was fired for taking such a risky, giving out a risky bunch of money investment. But it's too bad he lost his job. But turns out he made the right decision.
Vision, creativity, and commitment to others are what make the Bullfrog Brewery a leader in the highly competitive field of microbreweries and restaurants. It is also why the Williamsport Lycoming Chamber of Commerce is honored to recognize the Bullfrog Brewery as the recipient of the 2010 Phillips Plankenhorn Small Business of the Year Award.